पढ़ते हैं तो जैसे हम नृत्य राजा की अपनी कथा सुनाई, तो नृत्य राजा की हमने कथा सुनाई, तो उसमें लिखा गया एक जगह प्रसंग में कि उन्होंने गैयों को इतना दान किया था जितने रेत कणा नहीं है। मतलब अब अगर हम उसमें कहें ना कि जितने रेत कणा नहीं है, बालू कणा नहीं है होते, उससे ज़्यादा दान किया गैयों को। तो अरे तो कितना दान किया औरतें की
ये शब्द ये शब्द बहुत संत।
So when we see this word in Sanskrit, sometimes in the literature you'll find many words that are used that is called plural. It's in plural to elaborate the plural. Para ele que já tem uma casa. Também tem aquele, sim. Huh? You can count? Yeah. So sometimes the plural is used.
Uncountable. So in the Alankar Shastra and the Rasa Shastra also, there are many words that are used. Only to increase more. You can count the sands in the beach, but you cannot count how many cows he gave. He gave even more cows than the grains of sand in the beach. Like, don't try to think with your material mind how many cows Nanda Maharaj gave in donation. Basically, this is the meaning. So sometimes this is the meaning. I'm sorry. So it's not actually that number. It's just like to understand it's very big. Unlimited number, which is not countable.
Like when you say there are so many people sitting. Many people sitting means what? We cannot count. It's not possible to count. Like there are many people sitting in that assembly. So there is some number of people sitting there, of course. In this world, when you say many, but there is a number, of course, because this world is limited. So even if you say there are many people, there is a number of people sitting. But in the spiritual world, everything is unlimited. Unlimited. In this world, when we say many people are sitting down, okay, how many people are sitting? Many people. Okay, but there's a number of people who is sitting there. This world is limited. Limited. Do you understand? But the spiritual world, no. So this alankar shabda means like ornament words. So Nanda Maharaj gave so much cows in donation, so many cows. You can count the grains of sand in the beach, but you cannot count how many cows he gave. And okay, and he got Krishna because he gave the donation of the Bhagavatam. You told he got darshan of Krishna, he became the chameleon. Later he gave. So that's why to give a cow is not so much is material things actually. To give a cow in donation is pious deed, but pious deeds also finish. This is what he's saying. What is the fruit of giving a donation of a cow? But the devotee says, if it's a devotee, if it's a devotee, the story of that Maharaj, if you are a devotee, you can even stop the curse of a brahmana. Like the curse of a brahmana will not affect you. Like Durvasa was a great person. He also stopped the curse of the brahmana. Ambarisa Maharaj was not affected by the curse of Durvasa Rishi. This is the speciality of the devotees. So Devjani and Saramishta, you're talking about them. So one curse, another. You have to marry. You'll not marry a brahmana, you'll marry a kshatriya. They cursed each other. So the curse was so powerful at that time that really happened. So in each power, with her own glory, she has this power to give a curse, yes. Durvasa also gave a curse or not? Yes, so even for that. In Dwarika, when Samba is dressed as a woman, he was also cursed. So this is also the lilas of God. It's for their own actually auspiciousness. Narada Rishi also, he gave a curse, like to punish those who are doing wrong things. If you disturb the sadhu, then Gurudeva was performing a train journey from Puri to Bombay. And at that time, Gurudeva's program was going on in Bombay. I remember, and I was going. Two, 3 foreigners with me at that time.
18-20 people were with him.
18-20 people in the train with us, Brahmachari in the train with me. There were not so many foreigners, maybe only 2 or 3 foreigners. When we were going, what happened? One foreigner, he did not do what? He did not purchase the ticket. He did not purchase the ticket. But I was the group leader, so the TT, that man who is collecting the tickets, proof of the payment, he asked me. And so the man came to me, the ticket collector. So that brahmachari, I also did not know. He came with me. I didn't have a group list at that moment. So that boy came, he was with us. He was a disciple of Gurudeva, yes. But he was not in our group. So we were going from Jagannath Puri to Bombay. But he was not in our group. He came separately, actually. But we met him in the train. But he did not collect the ticket. But the ticket collector, he was thinking that I knowingly did not book his ticket. He was thinking that I knowingly hadn't booked his ticket. Then he said, no, you have to pay for his ticket. I said, why? This brahmachari is traveling with you. Why didn't he buy the ticket? No, but I have a ticket or not, I asked. And we have the ticket. Okay, but he's with you, he doesn't have the ticket. Actually, he asked me before. This brahmachari, this foreigner brahmachari, do you know him? I said, yes, I know him. He's the disciple of Gurudeva. I told the truth. I told honestly. But he was going without ticket. So ticket collector thought that I knowingly hadn't bought his ticket. Some people think, 15-20 people are going on a journey. If 1 or 2 have no ticket, they can also go, like, nobody will see. So forcefully he told me I should pay the ticket for that foreigner. The ticket collector forced me to pay. And he was like trying to threaten us. You have to pay, you have to pay. I'm like, why I have to pay? I didn't know.
चलो थाने में ले जाते हैं
Okay, let's take to police station. The ticket collector wanted to take us to the police station.
इतने उत्तम करने
He was giving so much pressure in disturbing us. Threatening? He was giving us mental disturbance or torture to us. Ticket collector, what I want to say. He wanted me to tell that I had normally not pay for the ticket just so that it would be benefit. But it was not the truth. Actually, we did not know that person was in the train. Of course, he was the disciple of Gurudev, but we did not know that devotee was going. And he also had a mental, his mind was not so good. That devotee mind was not proper. So the ticket collector, he was fixing this, saying, give me the money, give me the money. Let's go to the police station. You knowingly you brought him without paying for his ticket. I said, no, I don't know anything. You have to go to the police station. He was like forcing. Then he called 1 or 2 policemen. He was giving so much pressure to me, like in this way. Then one devotee was with us. He told, Maharaj, give the money to him. I said, no, I should not give the money if it's not just. I'll not give because it's not proper, it's impossible, I'll not give. If it's my fault, if it's our fault, then we pay, it's okay, we accept. But those who were with us didn't know anything, I also didn't know. How will I give the money if it's not fair, unfair? And our devotees who were with me, Maharaj, give the money, okay. Maybe 300 rupees was the ticket. 300 rupees, Maharaj, okay, just give the money. I said, no, I will not give, impossible. I will fight for the truth. I'll fight for the truth. But then the ticket collector was giving pressure. Then from my mouth, these words came, everything will be destroyed for you. Then he was afraid. I spoke like this, everything will be destroyed for you. Then he was afraid. Then he fell from the train. He fell off from the train and his feet was also hurt. Feet hurt. Then he came apologizing. I said, why did you give pressure to me? Like, disturb me. I tell honestly. That foreigner devotee has nothing to do with us, like had nothing to do with us. He was the disciple of Gurudev, but the ticket collector was forcing us to pay for his ticket. So this sound came out of my mouth. Everything will be destroyed for you. Yeah, take the money. How much you want? Everything will be destroyed for you. And he was near the gate immediately the time the train was in the platform. And he just fell out of the train in the platform. And he hurt his feet. In front of me, I saw this situation. The train was like near Bombay already. It was before reaching Bombay. So maybe sometimes also give some blessing. Then Gurudev said, I don't want to give curse to anyone, but it was like he was pressuring me so much that the words came out of my mouth. Because he was giving so much pressure, saying that I had to give the money, Actually, the foreigners, especially the foreigners from UK or from America, to make a case up for them is very hard. In the government, they don't want to make case for them. And then the ticket collector has to present himself to the judge. I know, like a ticket collector is not easy to make a case against some UK foreigner or America. Other countries you can make a case against them, but from UK and USA, America, the ticket collector in the train, especially if the person has a UK passport, it's written in the UK passport. If anything happens, the responsibility is is the responsibility of the UK government. If the Queen signs the passport of all the UK citizens, if any problem happens with the UK residents, I am responsible, the Queen says. She's from UK. Show your passports.
You have your passport with you?
No, I've got a photo of it.
So yeah, anything that happens, the Queen is saying, I'm responsible. So if the ticket collector would take this person from UK or America, it's so much problem for the ticket collector. That's why they don't disturb the foreigners so much. If it's too much, then they check. Otherwise, no. They don't disturb the foreigners so much because of this.
अभी तो किया ना यूके ने कि वहाँ जो जाएंगे थोड़ा सा कि वहाँ 10 दिन क्वारंटीन रहना पड़ेगा.
I have a photo, but I don't know if it's...
I think it's right in the beginning. It's in the beginning when you open like this. No? First page here.
Next time I will bring my passport next time.
I can show you. उसमें धारण जो है ये नागरिक जो है उसमें ये भी खतरनाक है.
It's really dangerous, yes,
यूके के
to arrest some UK citizen here in India, or to make a case against him. To disturb a UK citizen is dangerous, and the ticket collectors, they know about this. That's why they don't. If some special situation, they will disturb. Otherwise, they will not do anything against UK citizens. Who will imagine a ticket collector have to go to the judge and then he has to go to the maybe embassy of UK just to make a case against the UK citizen? Oh, she found in the internet some.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
Sound is very low. Tá conectado esse negócio?
Hello. Você trocar esse pilha. Eu já tirei e coloquei de volta.
Onde é, Shuri? You have another mic? Because the mic is not working. It's not working.
A mãozinha já.
Não, ele chegou agora, tá só prestando reverência. A outra pessoa falou. Deve estar o som horrível.
Mas ninguém reclamou, só uma pessoa.
É porque o som feliz.
उसमें ये शटर ये हमारे नागरिक है.
You have mic?
इसके लिए
Check
मैं
Anadi. Check sound.
इंडिया के लिए तो कुछ नहीं होता.
For Indians, nothing happened.
इसके लिए होता है विजिट करे यूएसए का होता है.
Especially people from USA.
ये देना पड़ता है. क्या बोले? उनको जो है
Sound.
हैं? ये करके यूएसए के जो पासपोर्ट होल्डर है
Especially those who are USA passport holders.
उनके जो है ये देना पड़ता है. इसको कोई करे फिर साथ ही साथ फॉरेन जो ये होता है मिनिस्टर होते हैं उनके 48 घंटे में उसके इंफॉर्मेशन देना.
अच्छा मतलब तो 48 आवर्स
In 48 hours, you have to tell the ministry or the ambassador or America in India if something happens to an American citizen in India.
क्या जी?
Gurudev, you were telling about the 64 qualities of Krishna and 62.5 qualities of Rama. So you told 4 qualities no one else has. So the 62.5 of Lord Ramachandra, this 2.5 is which quality from Krishna? If only 4 Krishna has about this. Sound is okay, Hare Krishna. Krishna Priya, sounds okay? So these 4 extraordinary, lila madhurya, prema madhurya, rupa madhurya. So this 2.5 of Ramachandra is what? 2.5 of Lord Rama is what? Okay, Lord Ramachandra is very beautiful and attractive, this is true. He is also very beautiful.
बोले जनकपुर वासी जो मैंने कहता है जनकपुर के जो कन्याएं
So seeing him, the ladies of
बहुत
Janakpuri,
ज्यादा प्रसिद्ध है।
they also became attracted.
तो यहाँ पर रहने पर भी वहाँ को ऐश्वर्य रामचंद्र में ऐश्वर्य मिश्रित रहा
But Ramachandra has also opulence mixed.
भगवान तो है,
He's Bhagavan,
है, किंतु उसमें ऐश्वर्य बुद्धि
but
मिश्रित
he
है।
has Aishwarya Buddhi.
वो भगवान है, ये भाव है।
He is Bhagavan. This mood is there.
नहीं मेरा मतलब ये था जैसे ये चार तो बिल्कुल अलग है तो वो जो ढाई एक्स्ट्रा हुए
So this 2.5 of Ramachandra, what is it?
वही तो है।
This is that.
जैसे दास्य भाव है।
Like for example, dasya bhav.
दास्य भाव।
Ramachandra has dasya bhav. It's included.
दास्य का है।
Krishna also has das,
सबका है, दास्य है।
Sakya and Vatsalya Madhuri.
किंतु रामचंद्र में जो आपने दास्य पढ़े सब ऐश्वर्य मिश्रित है।
But Ramachandra has all this mixed with opulence.
उनकी कम क्वांटिटी में
नहीं क्वांटिटी का वही जो भगवान है जैसे हनुमान जी भी रामचंद्र की सेवा करते हैं दास्य भाव से सेवा करते हैं किंतु हनुमान जी के हृदय में ये भाव रहता है ये रामचंद्र भगवान है।
So Hanuman thinks Ramachandra is
ये जो भगवान
God.
है
So he's thinking he's God. Because of this is called Aishwarya Buddhi.
भगवत बुद्धि तात्विक है।
So what is the meaning of Bhagavat Buddhi? Aishwarya Buddhi, you think he's God. But like in Vraja, Raktapatra are there. They are also in dasya ras.
इसमें ये विशेष वैशिष्ट्य
But they have one speciality.
रक्तपत्र
Raktak and Patrak. Do you understand? Raktak, Patrak.
दास्य भक्त ब्रज के रक्त
They are
दास्य किंतु कृष्ण के भगवान
Dasya and Braj.
बुद्धि नहीं कर
But they don't think Krishna is Bhagavan.
मैं कृष्ण के सेवक कृष्ण के दास हूँ
They don't think I'm the servant of
मैं
Krishna.
कृष्ण के दास हूँ ये भावना नहीं
They
रहती।
are not thinking this.
नहीं मैं किसके दास हूँ नंद
Oh, she's saying.
ऐसा नहीं
जैसे घर में
प्रसाद है?
पिताजी का जो नौकर होता
क्या
है कई
है?
बार बच्चे को वात्सल्य में भी देखता है।
चलो ऐसे ही समझने का प्रयास करो। है तो
So Rakta and Patrak are the servants of Nanda Maharaj. They feel.
कृष्ण के वो रक्तपत्र ये करते हैं दास्य भाव रखते हैं
They have Dasya Bhav.
किंतु दास्य भाव में कृष्ण के मैं दास हूँ ये भाव नहीं है।
But they don't think they are the servants of Krishna. They think they are the servants of Nanda Maharaj. But Hanuman,
ये जो दास है तो वही दास भाव रहेगा किंतु दास भाव में कोई सा जो बुद्धि
he has Aishwarya Buddhi.
है। भगवान रामचंद्र थोड़ी सी क्या बोलते हैं माने ये हो जाए क्या बोलते हैं उसके
क्रोधित मतलब जैसे
सीरियस हो जाए
If Lord Ramachandra becomes serious,
है। किंतु कृष्ण में
everybody is like afraid.
ये भाव नहीं।
But in Vraja, Krishna never, this mode is never there.
जैसे देखो सख्य भाव होता
Like Sakya Bhav, for example.
है सख्य भाव में क्या होता है
What happened in Sakya Bhav? Subhav Sridham. For example, they touch their feet in Krishna's feet. They don't care if they step in Krishna. But like Vibhishan, Sugriv,
ये रामचंद्र के प्रति सख्य भाव रखते
they have Sakya Bhav towards Ramachandra.
हैं किंतु उनके पैर जो है कहीं रामचंद्र में लग जाए
But they are always afraid of their foot touching Ramachandra. They are always careful.
कंधे पे हाथ है सख्य भाव है ना
अच्छा
सुग्रीव
रखते
जो है,
हैं
Like Sugriv, he's Sakya Bhav of Ram.
रामचंद्र के साथ
Friend.
मित्रता तक किया।
They have friendship with Ram. They'll embrace, even put his hand on the shoulder of Ram like this. But they always afraid of put their feet not touch Ram. Like they are afraid and careful.
भगवत बुद्धि
Aishwarya Buddhi means exactly Bhagavat Buddhi. You think he's God. He's higher than me. He's higher than me.
सुग्रीव ये समझेंगे ये रामचंद्र मुझसे
Sugriva thinks
है। और
Ramachandra is higher than me. But Subhav Sridham, they don't think that Krishna is higher than
बड़ा
him.
कहाँ से हो गया?
How can you be higher than me?
है उसमें काम में चढ़ जाए है ये भाव माधुर्य युक्त सबको
They have Sakya Baba with sweetness mood.
तो महाराज जी जैसे दीदी कह रही हैं कि वो जो चार गुण हैं श्री कृष्ण के
So Krishna has 4 qualities extraordinary and Ramachandra has 2.5. So what is this?
क्वालिटी जो है
हाँ वो थोड़ा
Yeah, he has, but it's not in quantity, it's in quality.
पहली बात कौन से हैं
So
एक
what
तो
is
रूप
this?
माधुरी।
Okay, 2.5.
माधुर्य है
हाँ और
1, 2.5.
माधुर्य अच्छा लीला
Okay,
माधुर्य
okay, Rupa Madhurya and Lila Madhurya.
प्रेम माधुर्य भी है
Prema Madhurya also.
किंतु ये सब भाव भाव करके आ
But they are half,
वेणु नहीं है
रहा है।
but they are all half.
जैसे दास्य रस का
For example, dasya rasa.
कि शक्कर रस का दास्य रस का वो रस की पूर्णता नहीं होता है
They're half.
रामचंद्र में पूर्णता नहीं है
So Ramachandra.
एक तो इससे जो मिश्रित होता है पूर्णता नहीं
Sorry?
Metade de 3 é 1,5, não é 2,5.
नहीं है मतलब वो प्रकाश
Pode
नहीं
ser
होता
metade de cada.
Então ele falou nada, né?
है तो
Half.
भगवत है वो प्रकाश नहीं
Uma coisa é metade.
आज समझना थोड़ा कठिन है
It's complicated to understand. This is true.
क्योंकि आपने ये कहा था ना, चार एकदम अलग है।
Because I understood the saying, because 4 was extraordinary in Krishna, no one else has. So, okay, what is this 2.5 of Ramachandra? What is this
मैंने
2.5?
आपसे कहा शुद्ध जल लिया
Okay, if I say bring pure water,
करने से क्या जल लिया
when I say pure water, what did you bring? What will you bring?
Water or something.
शुद्ध माने जिसमें किसी प्रकार मिलावट नहीं
So, like in Vraja, there is completely pure, not mixed with anything. That's why unique. It's the same rice or anything, but it's completely different from.
और भी नाम होंगे लेकिन
But there are two. Why only we hear only these two names? Yeah, there are many names.
किंतु इसमें क्या होता है नहीं ये अपने को जो है दास जो मानते हैं ये कृष्ण की मैं कृष्ण के दास हूँ ये
So
नहीं मानते
they don't think they are servants of Krishna. Raktak and
मैं
Patrak,
कृष्ण के दास हूँ ये नहीं
they don't think they are the servants of Krishna.
मानते। मैं दास के किसका हूँ
They think
नंद महाराज
I'm the servant of Nanda Maharaj.
है आपके घर में कोई काम कर रहे है आपने पैसा दिए
So somebody is working in your house.
मतलब आपकी दास है कि आपके बेटे पे हम जगह से ऐसे करो बोले नहीं तुम्हारे बात नहीं है
So I only follow what your father is paying me. Like suppose the maid of a house, the maid of the house, she will be paid by the father, and she'll only follow the words of the father, not of the son of the father in the house she's working.
गोदी में
वो
लिए
तो दूसरी बात है
हाँ
किंतु जब हम तर्क जुक्ति में जब ले जाएंगे
When you come to the logic,
तो वो कहेंगे भाई तुम्हारे दास थोड़ी हूँ तुम्हारे
I am not your servant.
ये नहीं मतलब है तुम मुझे खरीद लिया क्या
Do you think you bought me?
परिवार है सब मुझे खरीद
You
लिया
think all the members of your family have bought me just because I'm the maid in your house?
हमें तुम्हारी बात मान
जैसे राजा का
हाँ तो कृष्ण को
नहीं, जैसे वो लोग अभी बूढ़े हो गए ना जो हम लोग बचपन में थे तो अभी भी वो देखते हैं तो उनमें वो मालिक या नौकर वाली बात नहीं आती उनमें कहीं ना कहीं वात्सल्य ही आता है कि वो देखते हैं ना तो वो भावुक हो जाते
हमारे
हैं
वहाँ तो कृष्ण को तो नंद नंदन बोलते हैं नंदन भी नहीं बोलते नंद नंदन मतलब फ्री माइंड है कुछ भी करे नंद के बेटे
Like Krishna is the son of Nanda Maharaj.
तो गुरुदेव एक वो आपने बताया था ना ये गिरिराज जी को हरिदास ने
Gurudev also, you told also Giriraj is Haridas.
उद्धव जी को बताया था एक
नहीं पहले युधिष्ठिर महाराज
First is Yudhistra Maharaj, then Uddhava, then Giriraj.
इनका एग्जैक्टली क्या मीनिंग हुआ मतलब इनको और हरिदास उसमें अलग बताया था हरिदास से
So Haridas,
हरिदास जो युधिष्ठिर महाराज जो हरिदास कहा गया ये और दासों की तात्पर्य जो होता है
so the meaning of Dasa is
इन तीनों को ही मतलब बोला गया है
हाँ ये तीनों की कहा गया
एक काइंड ऑफ टाइटल है बाकी सभी भक्त हैं बाकी भी सब भक्त हैं
क्योंकि
टाइटल
देखा जाए तो सभी हरिदास हुए अगर
but everybody is Haridas, no? Like servant of Hari.
हरिदास हुए
सभी तो है
Everybody is Haridas.
युधिष्ठिर महाराज
Yeah.
आत्मसमर्पण
But Yudhisthira was so surrendered to Krishna, that's why
कृष्ण की इच्छा बिना कुछ करते
he's not doing anything without the desire of Krishna.
इसलिए दास शब्द की जो होता है मैं सेवक
So when you say Dasya, it's like I'm the servant.
कृष्ण की इच्छा बिना आप कोई सेवा नहीं करेंगे
I will not serve anyone without the desire of Krishna.
महाराज ने
I
पत्र
told
लिखा,
Yudhisthira wrote a letter
ये करना चाहता हूँ
saying that he wanted to perform the Rajasuya Yagya
और उसके आपकी उपस्थिति
and he wanted the presence of Krishna there.
और आपके बिना मैं नहीं करूँगा
And I'll not do the spice sacrifice without you.
उसमें क्या दिखा ना युधिष्ठिर महाराज ये एकांतिक निष्ठा
So Yudhisthira Maharaj is one-pointed nishtha
एकांतिक निष्ठा किसमें दिखा रहे रामचंद्र
In-
एक बोले कृष्ण में दिखा रहे
in Krishna.
दास रस में एक होता है विशेष तात्पर्य है उसमें निष्ठा दिखा
So Dasarasa as
सेवक की
निष्ठा.
सेवक उसमें निष्ठा नहीं रहे
If the servant doesn't have nishtha in his service, then the bhajana cannot progress.
तो यही तो कह रहे हैं जब एक कहने लगे द्रौपदी कहने लगी
So Draupadi
चलो
told,
महाभारत की कथा
okay, let's speak Mahabharata.
शासन ने
Dushasan
द्रौपदी के जो है वस्त्र है चीर हरण किया।
stole the clothes of
इसके पश्चात
Draupadi.
जब समाप्त हो गया कथा समाप्त हो गया
Like he tried to make her naked. Then there was the dice play and everything. Then later, Draupadi asked Yudhistra Maharaj.
ये बात बताओ,
She asked, "Tell me one thing.
तुम मुझे दांव में क्यों लगा?
Why did you bet me?
तुम्हारे अकेले पत्नी नहीं हूँ।
Bet me like this? No, stake me. Stake. Why did you stake me? Why did you bet me in the dice? Put me to bet? No. Just
दूसरी बात जो है,
stake me? No, something like that.
तुम जब
Anyway,
हार गए थे,
and you lost the dice
तो
game.
मुझे क्यों लगाया?
So you were losing.
साइन हार गए।
If you lost is one thing, but why did you stake? Like you put me also in the bet.
तुम हमें क्यों लगाए?
Why did you put me in the bet as well?
तुम्हारी संपत्ति नहीं है।
I'm not your wealth. Something you have.
जब कहा जाता है, हाथ उठा देते हैं, जो मैं मेरा क्या हो गया? बैंक
Like, if you had a loan had gone bankrupt, this is one thing.
तो उस समय ये द्रौपदी पूछ रही है,
So Draupadi was asking, tell me,
तुम मुझे क्यों दांव में क्यों लगा?
why did you also put me in the bet? Like, stake me in the bet? Who gave you this eligibility to you?
भाइयों की तुमने पूछा?
Have you asked your brothers if you could also include me in the bet?
पूछा नहीं।
You didn't ask them. So why did you also put me in the bet? Then Yudhistra Maharaj gave a beautiful answer. Draupadi, look.
वास्तव में मैं कहता हूँ,
Yeah, really?
मैं यही समझता हूँ, हमारे कृष्ण की जैसे इच्छा ऐसे मैंने की।
I think that I did because it was the desire of Krishna. Whatever I had in my mind, I think it was the desire of Krishna actually. So he gave an example. Then he told, you can see in the Mahabharata, Yudhisthira told, you think that Ramachandra didn't know that there was no golden deer? Sita Devi told, oh my beloved Ram, there is a golden deer, please catch this golden deer for us. But do you think Ramachandra didn't know that there is no such thing as golden deer? There is no deer made of gold, impossible. Ah, Gurudev was lila. Yes, but why Ramachandra went then? Why did he go? Ramachandra is Bhagavan. Okay. For lila. Yeah, so for us also like this. Yeah, for us also like whatever God wants, we do. Exactly, Yudhisthira gave this example. He told Draupadi, why did Rama run up behind a golden deer? Why? Do you think he did not know that this thing doesn't exist? He was Bhagavan. He is Bhagavan. But in our practical life, these things also happen. So we can also think that Bhagavan is inspiring us and we are doing the things? She's asking. No, but you told about lila of Bhagavan. Like, you gave the example of Yudhisthira. But for the jiva, no, it's our own karma. If I did something, it was the desire of God. You cannot say that whatever you did was desire of God. Like when there was a person, he made a beautiful garden, and then there were beautiful trees in this garden. People would come to see his garden, because really beautiful garden. Then he would show his garden and like praising himself, like, oh, I did this, did that. With my own hands, I bought this tree, I planted this tree. Like he was glorifying himself and saying, meh, like boasting. He was boasting so much, bragging. Then one time, one cow came in that garden, and the cow destroyed one tree, like ate one tree. Then this man was really angry, and then he beat the cow, and the cow died. So when the cow died, this is a sin, right? Killing a cow. So very quickly he opened a hole and he buries the cow. Buries the cow there. Buried under the earth. And then Indra came also. Then that before he was always bragging, I planted this tree, I planted this, that with my hands. Then Indra, as a visitor, came. Oh, but what is in that place there? Something looks like something under the earth. Nothing. No, show to me. What is there? Then he told, okay, oh yeah, that cow came. Then he told, but then the person told, I didn't kill the cow. Indra killed the cow. Why? Because Indra is the presiding deity of my hands, so actually he killed. Actually, all our senses, Bhagavata explains, all our senses, like eyes, nose, ears, legs, everything. All our senses, they have one presiding deity, you know. So this presiding deity, by this presiding deity desire, we are doing everything. The presiding deity of legs is Vishnu. Hands is Indra. From the eyes is Surya. From the nose is Ashwini Kumara. It's written in the Bhagavatam. It's written all this. So that person trying to hide himself like from this responsibility, I didn't do. No, it was Indra, of course. Why? Because Indra is the presiding deity of my hands, and Indra was actually the visitor in disguise. Indra like, okay, so I'm the presiding deity. I will cut your hands off and I'll take it with me. Okay, if the hands don't belong to you, so I'll cut them and bring with me.
तो इसका तो मेरे पर कर्म का प्रभाव नहीं पड़ेगा ना, क्योंकि मैंने तो उसका मेरा पूर्व जन्म का कर्म कटा है, मतलब उसका भी कट गया, मेरा भी कट गया, खत्म हो गया, लेकिन उस कर्म का मुझे प्रभाव तो नहीं पड़ेगा, ऐसा हो सकता है?
He spoke so quickly. What's it? What he asked?
If somebody, did something bad for me in last birth, previous birth, or in this birth, I am doing the same thing with him. So karma bandhan is detected.
So one person kill. Sorry? Okay, what the judge will do? Sorry, brother. Okay, he's talking about karma. But it's not your... Like if the person did something bad, you also do something bad against him. And then the judge will say, what you would say to the judge? Oh, he did bad because I did bad. So the baddha jiva is suffering their own karma. He stole my wealth, I'll also steal his wealth. No. Like you cannot do the same just because somebody did something bad to you, you can also do same retaliation. That person stole something yours, okay, he's a thief. So if you steal something from him, also you are a thief, right? If you also steal his. So, but if the thieves should be punished, right? So what are you saying? Oh, that person stole my wealth. So he became a thief. And if you also steal his wealth, like retaliation, then also you'll become a thief as well. But the thieves must be punished, right? So, what are you saying is not proper? Like he told about like this karma. One person is on karma, then retaliation, then this finish the karma. Like he's mentioning about the lilas of Bhagavan. But you have to suffer. The karma will come back somehow, in another form.
You cannot cut the karma with the karma. So you have to suffer. You can cut the karma by the bhakti only. That's the point.
What do you say about Bhagavat Lila? Which Lila is
he was saying that everything is happening according to the wish of Bhagavan.
One question about Prema Vilas. But if you want to take prasada, we can speak later. Okay, tell me what you want. 2-3 lines if you can speak about the Prema. Prema Vilas
Prem Vivarta Lila. I'm requesting you to Maharaj, please explain a little bit about the Prem Vivarta Lila. I think it's raining here in India, Delhi, Sri Raman Bihari Gaudiya Math. So guys, come and join.
No, he's speaking about Prema Viborto. Could you speak a little bit about this? Please, little bit if you can, if you want. So, this is what? So for which reason Mahaprabhu came? Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. He came to take the mood of, taking the mood of Srimati Radhika and her complexion. So Ramananda was going to say this. Then hearing this, Mahaprabhu thought, oh,
he'll catch me, like he'll know who I am. So that's why he made like this, like stop speaking, don't speak this. So the premi devotees with prema, they have this symptom to manifest the sweetness of love. Like if he told stop, then actually Ramananda felt even more happiness to speak later about this. So this is prema vivarta. Vivarta means whirlpool. Whirlpool. There are many meanings of vivarta. Also like some illusion coming. Vivarta is also one meaning. Prema vivarta means the whirlpool of love. So in this whirlpool of love comes to a very high degree that am I the enjoyer or the enjoyee? Okay, what is Raman or Ramini? Ramani. Am I the Vishai or Ashray? Object of love or shelter of love? Both become like one. Because love comes to such a stage that it's not possible to separate the lover and beloved. I give one example to you. Ah, ok. Pulseirinhas de vidro. So some bangles made of glass. So the bangles made of glass, they are also colored, like dyed with some color. Like, and even if and the color becomes completely in all the glass, even if you smash completely, break, the color will never separate anymore because the color is in each and every particle of that bangle of glass. In the same way, prema, whirlpool of love, prema vilasa comes to such a high stage that in this moment, Ashray and Bisoy, they meet together so much. They don't understand. Am I the premika or premika, lover or beloved? In this moment, their love comes to such a stage. There's no middle in between the lover and beloved. You cannot separate them. Like in this world, in the marriage for the wedding, there's a middle person, madhyastha. Like for example, a person who is arranging the wedding. Okay, your son will marry this girl. Like a brahmana, for example, can do this role, a middleman to marry the two people. But in this case, no. Both of us here is saying, Srimati Radhika is telling this mode. We are not loving each other because we took shelter with the help of some messenger or something. You know what? Like, so what is a duti? Like a messenger. Duti is so a person who is helping the hero and heroine meet together, and by this what she's doing, glorifying one to each other. Like Lalita Vishaka, no, any Saki, some Saki. She will go, for example, to like a friend of Krishna, for example, a friend in the group of Krishna, for example, Vrindarika Danishta. They are Krishna Pakshya Saki, friends inclined towards Krishna. So when Srimati Radhika is in Man, they go to Srimati Radhika and start to glorify Krishna. Oh, why are you angry with him? Like in Gita Govinda also. Gita Govinda is an unprecedented book. In the Gita Govinda, what happens? And then, last, they did Lalita Labanga. So some friend is saying, a Saki is saying, hey Radhe, why are you sitting here in Man? Why? There's no benefit in being angry. See, so many Sakhis are eager to meet Krishna, and Krishna is also eager to meet with you. Krishna himself is suffering so much for you. Friend, look at outside. Give up your man. So the gopis, they glorify. So Srimati Radha is saying, Bhan, Sanmohan, so this transcendental lust shastra. When you say about Kama Shastra in this world, is actually material things. But I'm telling about transcendental world, transcendental lust. So first, Akarshan Ban, attracting. By this arrow of attraction, lover and beloved, or young man and young woman, they are being attracted to each other. Then Sammohan, one becomes completely intoxicated by each other. Do you understand? So the 5 kinds of arrows. The sequence is not proper. First is the Akarshan. First is the Akarshan. Akarshan arrow, like one, the lover and beloved, they are attracted to each other. Then after that, there's a sequence actually. So Stamba is the last one. Stamba means like stunned, completely stunned. Your body is completely like without movement, you know. And you're thinking, where am I? And between us, these 5 arrows, these transcendental 5 arrows, they get together, then becomes stunned, completely not moving. Your senses become like not moving, like only you're breathing but not moving. So Srimati Radha is saying, in the same way, love is also like this. So these dutis, they're messengers. Duti means messenger. She will come to you, to the hero and the heroine. They'll glorify one to each other.
इफेक्ट नहीं डाल रहा हो वो
प्रसन्न नहीं है
अच्छा
किंतु इसको ये बखान करते हैं
अच्छा
तब इसके क्या होता है
वो प्रसन्न है वो कौन
anybody naik
heroine, they are not, maybe you're angry with your beloved, but then the duty is coming to glorify him or her, so that you stop being angry with him. So the love becomes so condensed that they look like one. Example is given, just like these bangles with the color, that the color comes in each part of the bangles of glass. So really, the real form of Radha and Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Radha and Krishna in one form, Radha and Krishna in one form is Mahaprabhu. So if it's one form, who is he? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one then comes into Radha and Krishna. Then Radha and Krishna again mix and become one again. Yeah, this is Rasaraj Mahabhav Swarup. What is Rasaraj? Krishna is Rasaraj and Srimati Radha is Mahabhav. So Rasaraj Mahabhav together come in the form of Gaura Sundar.
तो राधा रानी बोल रही है कि जैसे अब मुझे ये भी ध्यान नहीं रहा कि मैं
So Srimati Radhika is saying, I don't even remember who am I,
मैं इतना ज़्यादा मिक्स हो गया
because we become so mixed.
तुमसे आसक्त होके या जो भी थोड़ा उससे
ये कहते हैं राधा जी, ये कहना
Srimati Radhika is saying,
हम दोनों की प्रेम की पराकाष्ठा कहाँ पर हो सकता है?
our limit of our love. What is the last limit of our divine love? There's nothing higher than
वो
this.
रसराज महाभाव स्वरूप है।
वो रसराज महाभाव।
This is the Rasaraj Mahabhav Swarup.
महाभाव स्वरूप है क्या?
But what is this Rasaraj Mahabhav Swarup?
जिसके रायरमंद संग
This is
करके मूर्छित हो
even
जाए।
Rayamananda fainted.
रायरमंद होइला मूर्छित। तो यहाँ पर प्रश्न
Fainted.
हो रहा है,
So the question comes,
रायरमानंद तुंग क्या बोले?
Rai Ramananda is
ना, कौन सा?
विशाखा विशाखा
Rai Ramananda is Vishaka.
देखा कि नहीं देखा?
Vishaka have you seen or not? Vishaka saw Radha and Krishna.
विशाखा सखी बार रायरमंद महाप्रभु में देख रहे हैं।
And Mahaprabhu also saw.
देखा है,
Mahaprabhu
दोनों स्वरूप देखा, रसराज महाभाव।
saw the two forms, Rasaraj and Mahabhav. So why did he faint? Why Rai Ramananda fainted if Vishaka had already seen Radha and Krishna before? So
ये कृष्ण किस प्रकार
because how Krishna,
राधा की महाभाव की सर्वोत्तम भाव माधुर्य के आस्वादन करने के लिए और किस
to relish the
प्रकार
highest
उसको
mood,
प्रवेश कर रहे हैं, राधा के अंतर
Krishna entered in the inner core of Srimati Radhika's heart,
इस प्रकार आस्वादन
and he is relishing the bhav.
है। वो भी कैसे है? जैसे
How?
उदाहरण दे रहे हैं,
An example is given.
जिस प्रकार एक कमल है,
Just like a
कमल
lotus.
के अंतर स्थल में क्या रहता है?
What is in the middle of the lotus?
इसको कोरक कहा जाता है।
It's like the inner
उसके अंदर
of
में
the
क्या रहता है?
lotus
केसर
flower.
रहता है।
There's the pollen is there, pollen
वो कैसे केसर कैसे होते हैं?
in the middle of the
ना, वो
flower,
है पीले पीले वर्ण
and the pollen is yellow color.
है। तो भ्रमर जब
When
अस्फुटित
the bumblebee
कमल में जब प्रवेश
is
करता है,
entering the flower, blossom lotus flower, and coming to the
और
middle,
वहीं पर चारों तरफ जो केसर लगा
and there's the pollen everywhere, right in the middle of the lotus flower,
पीली वर्ण,
and this
molten gold is
pollen is molten gold color.
सारी
So the bumblebee becomes completely
सारे
what?
शरीर होने के लिए
Before he was black,
संपूर्ण रूप में
but now he's completely covered.
जब वही जब बाहर आ गए,
When he came out,
उसके भ्रमर रूप में समझना अतीब कठिन हो गया।
then he could not even see himself as a bumblebee anymore because his color changed.
राधा जी की महाभाव
Change color.
की सर्वोत्तम
So Krishna also, this highest limit of Mahabhava Srimati Radhika,
हृदय में विराजमान है।
which is inside Srimati Radhika's heart.
वो है क्या जिसको
What is it?
सर्वभाव उद्गम
Sarva Bhava Udgama Ulasa Rati. Sarva Bhava Udgama Ulasa Rati. Except for Srimati Radhika, no one else has this mood.
ललिता में भी नहीं है।
Even Lalita also does not have.
क्या बोले चंद्रावली को भी नहीं।
Chandravali also does not have.
राधा जी के क्या बोलते हैं एक चेटी समझते हो
मतलब
मोनोपोली।
This monopoly only of Srimati Radhika, her monopoly.
हाँ समझिए, जैसे कोई कंपनी
सर्वभाव उद्गम रति
सर्वभाव उद्गम उल्लास गति
Sarva Bhava Udgama Ulasa Rati. Sarva Bhava Udgama Ulasa Rati. Sarva Bhava Udgama Ulasa Rati. Only Srimati Radhika has this.
सर्वोत्तम जो प्रकाश
This topmost manifestation of Mahabhav is in Srimati Radhika.
मोहन भाव का
Oh,
प्रकाश।
sorry. Lalita Vishaka, sometimes they have Mohan Bhav.
हाँ समझिए,
तो कृष्ण जब उसमें डुबकी लगाए तभी टूटी घिस रहे थे, मतलब वो वाले में।
वही तो कृष्ण के ऐसे जो रूप जो
So,
धारण कर रहे हैं, राधा की अंतर हृदय की
Krishna,
जो सर्वभाव उद्गम और रसोल्लास भाव है, उसी भाव
he
को
completely immersed in this mood of Srimati
इसके
Radhika,
द्वारा रंजित हो,
and he became like colored with
इसके
this,
पहचान में नहीं आता,
and he could not even recognize,
को भी नहीं देखा।
be recognized. Like Ramananda did not recognize him, and that's why he fainted.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, आप प्रसाद बांध लीजिए गुरुदेव।
Gurudev, please take prasad. It's really late. Okay. It's really hard to understand.
चलो अब वो समझना आना तो, लेकिन
ज्ञान तो होगा,
कम से कम
At
समझने
least
का आभास तो होता है।
we're having some semblance of understanding.
ये काल में काम है ना, कि
Yesterday I told,
चंद्रावली के मंदिर
so many people say Chandravali has manjaris.
नहीं हो,
Chandravali has sakis, but not manjaris.
मंदिरी जो हो ना, ये अतीब
निवृत्त निकुंज में मैंने सुना है सखी नहीं जा सकती लेकिन मंजरी जाती।
I heard Nivritta Nikunja Sakis cannot go, but Manjaris can go, devotee told.
ओ अरे सॉरी
अच्छा आपने क्या बोले? अच्छा बताओ
अच्छा अभी रहेंगे